Russia's top arms exporters have been showing off their latest wares at the Army 2020 forum near Moscow. From tanks to jets, over 1,000 state-of-the-art innovations in the field of deterrence were on display, with buyers coming from more than 90 countries despite the pandemic. RT's Yulia Shapovalova got her hands and feet on some of the kit.
This is the first forum since the beginning of the year that has brought together in Moscow delegations of defense ministries from 92 foreign states.
This is probably the only opportunity for us and our partners to see each other for real, not virtually, and discuss our military technical cooperation. We've planned the signing of several contracts. That's the supply of aviation weapons to China, helicopters and ground equipment to Belarus, contracts for the repair and maintenance of our equipment in Kazakhstan, etc. And that's hundreds of millions of dollars.
More than 1,500 organizations and defense enterprises have demonstrated nearly 30,000 exhibits.
Army 2020 is a good platform to meet with our customers, in particular with our main customer, Russia's Ministry of Defense. We've presented our latest achievements, both the Su and the MiG aircraft. The MiG-35 is our main export-oriented product. The Su-35 is the newest aircraft that's passed all types of tests. It's in service with the Russian Army, so it has a very good export potential too.
Russia is keen to increase its arms exports. Its order book is currently valued at about $55 billion despite sanctions and the coronavirus pandemic. But the country's own military is the #1 buyer of the hardware presented here. According to the defense minister at the Army 2020 forum, contracts worth more than $15 billion to prop up the domestic armed forces have been signed.
Indeed, Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has noted that his department switched from purchasing small batches of equipment to really large contracts. Meanwhile, at the forum, there are plenty to choose from, including some interesting technical developments created in Russia. For instance, a number of novelties in the field of small arms were presented by the Kalashnikov holding. One of them is the new AK-19 assault rifle, the latest version of the AK-12 assault rifle, now chambered for 5.56mm NATO.
Does it mean that the latest means the best?
Well, in this particular case, I would say yes. I mean, we have to understand that AK-19 is a part of the family. Ever since AK-12 was seen in the hands of Russian soldiers, we started getting requests from all over the world. Can we get an AK-12, but in 5.56 by 45? Even though this round is developed in the United States and it's a standard NATO round, it's used all around the world, in the Middle East, Africa, and the Southeast Asia. Generally, Russian weapons are known to be a little rough around the edges, and we just wanted to fix that. First of all, we have this little elegant folding stock that you can adjust. For example, if someone is taller, he would need a longer stock, and it only takes a second to adjust it. New pistol grip is very nice and smooth because, believe it or not, people actually complained about getting little sores and bruises from, the metal. And even this little thing was pretty important because we needed to leave as much rail space as possible for the night vision, for the different modern scopes and stuff. And another thing is a quick detachable suppressor.
And here's the new Viking, an advanced version of the mid-range Buk air defense system. A distinctive feature of this complex is that it can easily integrate with short and long-range air defense systems. The total area defended by this complex can be up to 15,000 square miles.
This complex knocks down all aerodynamic targets, tactical and ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, unmanned aerial vehicles, stealth aircraft, etc. Practically the whole range of existing and promising air attack weapons.
Another supernova is a self-propelled air defense artillery system, namely Derivatsiya. First and foremost, it's designed to eliminate unmanned aerial vehicles as well as a wide range of missiles and aircraft. When the system passes state tests and becomes part of Russia's military, the country's air defense capabilities will significantly increase.
Obviously, Russia has quite a few middle and short-range air defense systems capable of shooting down strike drones, like the Buk or the Pantsir S systems. But their guided missiles cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's much more expensive than the drones themselves. On the contrary, shells used by Derivatsiya are cheap. The machine is small in size compared to the Pantsir, for instance, that can also use shells. And it is armored and amphibious.
The T-14 Armata tank has a crew of 3 and performs tasks primarily of destruction. It has a 125mm cannon. According to many experts, in terms of combat capabilities, the T-14 is absolutely unique. Its brother, the T-15, is a heavy infantry fighting vehicle designed to transport a motorized rifle squad. It accommodates a crew of 3 and carries 8 troops. The T-15 IFV and the T-14 tank both have a universal armata tracked platform. They have mutually compatible component parts and units. The Armata platform is completely digital. All of its systems are electronic and can be remotely controlled.
These vehicles have fully automated systems and maximise crew comfort. I think the future belongs to such machines.
Army 2020 is not just an arms display for foreign and domestic specialists and the general public, but also spectacular competitions for dozens of teams from different countries. The games include the tank biathlon and avia darts for the best Air Force pilots. No matter who the winner is, the atmosphere is great and friendly.
I'm grateful to this forum because I see so many ordinary people visit it. That speaks of trust and unity between the army and society. There's also a very nice atmosphere here. There are servicemen around, not serious but joyful, smiling. They stretch out their hands to each other.
Even though it's way too early to say how many contracts have been signed and announce the figures, organisers have already pronounced the forum successful. Yulia Shapovalova, RT.